Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. I have not changed this in a day or so. I'll worry about it later. The colonoscopy went well. Was given a clean bill of health, no problematic areas, no, polyps or anything like that. So my colon is nice and healthy. The only thing I didn't like about the whole thing was waking up. Not that I didn't want to wake up, but because of its allergy season and whatnot, I woke up coughing up a storm. And just the phlegm buildup because I'm pretty sure I laid on my side the whole procedure. And that kind of thing. The doctors did suggest doing a sleep study for sleep apnea. I don't know if that's because of the fact that I woke up coughing or what the deal was. Maybe I was snoring during the procedure. I don't know. But that was one of the things that suggested. Otherwise, I have the imagery from the colonoscopy, which was interesting to look at, because you don't know what your internal bits and pieces look like until you get pictures. I am still a little groggy. Yesterday I came home and practically slept the rest of the day, on and off. When I shut down for the night, basically, I was sleeping soundly, and then I don't remember what time, close to 2 o'clock in the morning, I was awoken by nature. And I don't mean me having to go to the restroom. I mean a very loud thunderclap. And it stormed practically all night long. There was one point in time where I woke up at 4. And it wasn't loud, but you can still see the lightning and hear the distant thunder. And I woke up mostly because of the fact that I was hungry. I mean, when I wasn't sleeping, I was eating. On the way home, Mom asked what I wanted for lunch, basically, because the procedure was almost a 4-hour procedure. I got there at like 11:15. It wasn't until 11:45 I was ushered into the pre-op. And I was just like, oh, yay. Okay. The nurses and whatnot were very nice, very helpful. Talked to me through the whole thing. But it was just one of those kind of, I was not really nervous. I was more anxious to get it done. And I don't know why. But I think part of it was because I was just like, I'm not one for the hurry up and wait game. I grew up with that with the military, and I was just like, no. But it actually went smoother than I thought. They put me under. Like when they got me into the operating room, they hooked me up to the anesthesia. And I was like, okay, sure. And as I was starting to drift, the doctor was like, are you getting sleepy? I'm like, I couldn't speak. I was just like, yeah. So once I was out, they did their thing. I don't know how long that took. But, they rolled after. I woke up basically in the recovery room. And I was, like I said, I woke up, you know, coughing and hacking up phlegm and all that other stuff. But like I said, they gave me a clean bill of health, so I was happy. I'm slowly waking up. I've been up since 11. That's one day I woke him up and said, "Do you think you should get up?" And I'm like, yeah, I guess I should. And she was asking me like pertinent questions, like, how do you feel? Feeling better? You know, questions I would expect her to ask. Not only because of the fact that she was once a caretaker, but she has a three-part video from yesterday, an hour and a half long video that she broke up into 3 pieces about how she was feeling, all her nervousness and whatnot from yesterday. But she was like trying to get me to stay awake, and I'm like, I can't. All I can do is lay in the bed, because after every time I tried to get up to move to go to the bathroom, I was dizzy and had to use the walls to lean against just to move to get into the restroom. And I was just, yesterday was one of those like, oh, you have 2 choices. Basically, that's the way I felt. I had 2 choices yesterday: eat and sleep, and then of course, you know, answer the call of nature. I'm still kind of coughing up stuff and whatnot, and I think that's just because of the allergies and the way I've been trying to sleep. But all in all, I'm doing better. I'm still a little I mean, I can get up without feeling lightheaded or disoriented. I don't feel like I have to sleep like I did yesterday. I was in that bed yesterday almost over 12 hours, put it that way. But on the way home, we stopped to get Arby's because I was hungry. I mean, well, the way I scarfed down that roast beef sandwich yesterday, I could have probably eaten more, but it was advised to me to go light at first, so I don't cause stomach cramps or discomfort of one form or another. I had noticed on this morning's vlog from yesterday, or replies yesterday, that somebody was concerned about, she thought I could only have clear liquids. No, I could have any kind of liquid as long as it's just a liquid, nothing solid. So Thursday's meals consisted of the Gatorade with Miralax, some beef broth, no noodles or anything like that, it was just broth. The nurse that I talked to said that it was okay to have like gelatin, so I had like 1 or 2 things of lime jello, but because of the fact that it's a liquid base, even though it's in a solid form, it's a liquid base. But no breads, no meats, no solid type foods. But everything went good, so I'm not complaining. Alright, this next portion is going to be somewhat of a, let's just put it this way. I'm just giving you a warning that I'm going to get a little, I don't feel like getting nasty, but One of the things I look at in the morning time is Pinterest, because I get ideas for different things or whatnot. And on Pinterest, somebody actually tried to send me a friend request, but on their friend request, their post was a picture of me and Jerry in our van with jail bars over our picture. Basically anti-scammer type message. And I'm like, I don't scam anybody. I don't know anybody on most of the YouTubes I follow are scammers. There are scammers out there, but we're not part of that junk area. And I figured it was either somebody who just doesn't like us for whatever reason, because we're trying to follow our dreams. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to follow somebody who's going to be doing that kind of crud. And it didn't really upset me. It just made me go, yeah, okay, you guys don't know us. Or that person doesn't know us that well. Then there was one person here on YouTube trying to be negative about us following our dreams of starting out RVing in the back of our van. And they're like, oh, why are you buying all these supplies? You're never going to do it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we are. Oh, yeah. This is a dream we both want, and we're both going to follow it. That in fact, it might be my life after Jerry dies. You know, I don't know how much longer I have to be with Jerry, and this is something we both want. So this is something we're trying to achieve. And whether I do it in the back of my minivan or have money from the inheritance, I might be able to afford and get something small enough for myself within a reasonable amount of money, and do one of my dreams that I had before I even met Jerry, which was summertimes in Yellowstone National Park and wintertimes down in the Grand Canyon. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do in the future not just if, but when Jerry's not part of my life anymore. And as far as I'm concerned, and I already said it to one person before, that one person that was really negative, before I blocked him, because I don't want to deal with him. Yes, I blocked him. Is basically I told him to go fly a kite. I'm going to tell that to anybody who's going to be negative about my dreams. Go fly a kite. You don't know what I can achieve. You don't know what I can do. So you telling me that it won't happen, or I'm wasting my money on stuff for converting my van to an RV, well, that's your problem, boo, not mine. And if you're going to be negative about it, I'm not going to let you stay around and spew your negativity. There's plenty of sites that I don't even look at that you can take your negativity and go spew it on their sites. They'll love you for it. You know, they'll love you for it until you turn around and start supporting me and telling them how much you think it can be done, and they'll kick you out. You know, I don't need the garbage that you want to put out there. That, in fact, I don't think there's very many people who, you know, this one person that had 14 thumbs ups, and I was just kind of like, well, all 14 of you can go fly a kite, as far as I'm concerned, because you don't know what I can achieve. You don't know what I can do. You don't know how things are going to get with Jerry. Heck, we can go down to we can go into St. Louis July 13th and get a clean bill of health for her from her doctors. And, you know, next thing to do after that is just get her the fractured spine back in order to see how, go see how well it's doing and see if they need to do anything to support it. You know, whether it's whether it's fusing the vertebrae above and below it, don't know. But when and if, I'm pretty sure it's more like when the doctors give her a go ahead to start walking, or don't have to wear the brace no more or anything like that, we're going to be doing these projects for making the RV, to making the RV, to making the van into an RV. And then, you know, at first maybe weekend excursions to a variety of different locations right here in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks, Merrimack Springs. You know, there's all kinds of places to go camping around where I live. Most of them are not even an hour away. So, as far as I'm concerned, with all these people saying it's not going to happen, well, they can go, you know, as the Brits would go, you know, but I don't care about you guys. I mean, if you want to be negative and trying to tell me something I can't do, well, let me just give you a piece of information. As I was growing up, and the military could not fully diagnose my issues, did not understand ADD, did not understand ADD or hyperactivity. They labeled me either as slow or dumb. Would not amount to anything, especially when it comes to my education. I was told that pretty much most of my life. And then I hit high school. And then I excelled in the areas that they said I would not amount to much. I surpassed any expectations that the military put on me in math, social studies, science, reading. In fact, by the time I hit 12th grade, I was getting average to above average in mathematics. I was getting above average in social studies and science. And I was getting, let's just put it this way. When I first entered high school, with all my previous issues of thinking I would never excel, my reading teacher throughout high school was a good person, and she was very encouraging. Now, at first, I didn't think I would want to, because up until high school, I really didn't want to read. I was just like, nothing's interesting. Why would I want to read something or do something that's not interesting? Now, by the time I hit 12th grade, and I was reading my own books that she approved of, she had to read the books herself to understand the premise or the underlying stories within the books that I was reading. And the yearly or bi-yearly, once a semester type deal, they sit down, you know, my various teachers sit down with my mom, because my dad was no longer with us, and my reading teacher said, your son is reading college level materials. He's surpassed high school standards in reading. And it floored me, because it's like, I'm reading college material? No way. I was told I'd never be able to pass my 2 years below whatever grade I was in. So I know that if I have a determination to do something I want to do, ain't very much that's going to hold me back. So as far as I'm concerned, the negative people telling me I won't be able to do it or I can't do it, my past says otherwise. I mean, I know myself well enough to know that if I really, really want to do this, ain't much going to stop me. Ain't much going to stop me. So as far as I'm concerned, anybody who says otherwise can go fly a kite. That's my way, my nice way of telling you to go F off. So yeah, don't come onto my channel telling me what I can or cannot do, because I will eat. If it's something I want to do, yeah, it's going to happen. It might not be as quickly as some of you people want me to do, but it will get done eventually. So, as far as I'm concerned, anybody who says otherwise can go fly a kite. Well, something must have just gotten dropped off. But, I'm doing my thing. I'm happy with what I'm doing. It ain't my problem if somebody out there is not happy with what I'm doing. Maybe it's because factor of something they wanted to do but could never get around to it. Or they feel like they're too old to do it. Whatever their excuses are. My excuses mainly are simple. It's either A, I wasn't feeling good, like right now. Jay and I already agreed that probably this whole weekend, I will be doing lightweight to nothing around the house, because unless I feel like I can do it, she doesn't want me to force myself. Right now, I think the only thing that's going to keep me from doing what I want to do is just physically, I am not 100% back to my usual energy levels. I think that's one is because after doing the Miralax Thursday to cleanse my system, and then literally not eating for 32 hours, a day and a half or whatever. So I gotta build my strength up and build my energy back up and get things in my belly to help fuel the body. I had no coffee right now, just to get rid of some of the phlegm in the back end of my throat and hopefully get some energy levels in my body so I can at least semi-function. Knowing Jerry the way I do know her, she's gonna probably tell me to do whatever I want without pushing myself. Part of it is to keep, sorry, I keep on hearing noises and it's my fan. To keep energy levels up so I can do the things that are necessary for her, like her wound care treatment. I was able to do it yesterday with very little to no issues, other than the fact that I was feeling very slow. Like, everything yesterday after I got home felt slow-mo. And today it's not that much faster, but it's better than it was yesterday. But I don't even know what time it is. Oh, 12:30. Yay. I've only been doing this for 24 minutes. But, not but. Sorry, folks. My brain is still froggy. Bottom line is, I'm happy that I got it done. I'm happy that the colonoscopy came out clean. One or two little spots in the imagery, and the doctors went, "Oh, that's just residue that didn't get cleaned out." I was like, okay, you know these things better than I do, so. But they didn't see anything out of the ordinary, or anything that raised questions of what it could have been. No polyps, no tears, no issues that they wanted to check, like ask me to come back in a month or so, and I'm kind of thankful, because that Miralax works wonders of cleaning your system out, but man alive, might as well just camp out on the toilet for the day, is what it almost felt like. But things you gotta do to have your health, your colon and your health checked out, and make sure everything's A-okay. And I know there's a lot of people out there going, "Oh, no, I don't want to do that." My mom's one of them. But I think it's a necessity to, especially after you hit 50, to have checked out at least once a year. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. But they say it only needs to be done once. And I'm like, I don't know. I think every 10 years, you hit 50, maybe 55, you have it checked out again. Maybe 60, you have it checked out again, so forth and so on. But that's just my opinion. Most of what I talk about on here is either my opinion or events that have happened in my life. And I'm sorry. Noises outside. I don't know if it's the wind or what, but I know this much. I'm happier for doing it. I'm even happier that it came out with a clean bill of health. But life goes on. We'll see what happens in the next couple days. I'm hoping by, if not the end of today, the end of tomorrow, I'm feeling somewhat back to myself. But anyhow, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you guys decide to do. I don't worry about that anymore. I'm more interested in what people say. Even though the negative people, I just kind of go, whatever. That's your problem, not mine. So, any comments you want to put on there, go right ahead. But like I said, if it's something I don't want to hear, or you're trying to make me feel like I can't do something, I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just going to remove that comment. And if that person becomes too much of a problem child, they're not going to be able to comment ever again. But your comments are your choice. It's your opinions. I do read those comments, and like I said, depending on how it comes across, and If it seems negative, it's not going to be there. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you hear and you want to be a positive contributor, I think that's the right way of saying that, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button. And once you hit the subscribe button, you can hit the little bell that pops up. And once you do that, YouTube will let you know when my next video comes out. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.